This is Leo Cloutier with Malice to It, and it's indeed a pleasure for us to have as our special guest here today a fellow who's been around the Major League Baseball scene for quite some time, one of the leading umpires in the National League. I'd like to welcome to our show, Paul Pryor. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you, Leo.
Paul, it's amazing that you decided all of a sudden that you want to become an umpire, didn't you?
Well, I was teaching school, and during the summer months, for lack of money, I had a family, and I said, well, I was going to go ahead and start umpiring in the minor leagues, and I did. I kept on umpiring. Cal Hubbard, the American League supervisor, saw me umpire one game. It was an all-star game, and he said, Paul, why don't you give up teaching school and go into umpiring 100%? You got the size, everybody likes you, you know the game. And I took his advice, although the American League did not get me. Joe Cronin still has a check on his desk, I guess. But the National League did buy an option on my contract, and I've been happy ever since.
How many years did you spend in the minors?
Oh, I spent 9 years in the minor leagues all total, since 1953 through to 1959, 1960, and in 1961, of course, the National League bought my contract.
Well, there's been a few changes in Major League Baseball since you came into the game, like expansion and everything. It's all for the best, don't you think?
Well, it's given more people an opportunity to play Major League Baseball. The talent is spread a little thin, I think, in places, such as last year with San Diego. Of course, they had a good ball club, but they didn't seem to win the big game. They didn't seem to have that extra ball player. When they had 10 teams or when they had 8 teams, it seemed that they could go to the bench more often and get a good pinch hitter, a good relief pitcher, a good this. I think we need more kids playing baseball today, and anybody that's listening to this program that has anything to do with kids playing baseball, let's get the kids out, get out and back a ball club, get out and support baseball, any sport. Because if you don't keep the kids off the street, the first thing you know, boom, we got to get them interested. Everybody says something about the younger generation today, the long hairs and this and that, but if they had baseball or some sport to go to, I don't think you'd have this corruption and this student rebellion and so on that we have. I may be all wet about the situation, but I know I have a boy myself, and right now he's got a crew cut, and he's a football player, and I think he's an All-American kid. He just made All-Conference, and I think not because he's got a short haircut, but I think the desire to play and the desire to perform has made him conform. Everybody says, well, the kids today are this, they're delinquents. They're not delinquents. All they need is somebody, there's never been a bad boy.
That's right. They need leaders, Paul.
That's right, and get out and get these ball clubs organized. I know when I was a kid in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, we had 22 teams in Woonsocket in the Vin County Amateur League. And this Clem Labine, myself, many ball players came out of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, a little small French community. Everybody say, hey, bonjour, jouez la baseball. Ben oui, ben oui.
Thank you, Paul. This was an interview with Paul Pryor, one of the star umpires in the National League. And this brings us to the end of With Malice to It for today. Until tomorrow at the same time, Leo Cloutier, good day.
Brought to you by Poster Fix. At Poster Fix, we bring your vintage posters back to life. To learn more about Leo Cloutier's sports world, visit leocloutier.com.